Bionic Gloves presents the Hands-On Golf Podcast, bringing anatomy and hand function to the forefront of glove design to improve comfort, fit, and performance. Bionic is a division of Hilrich & Bradsby Company, makers of Louisville Slugger bats and ball gloves. Bionic Gloves are the only gloves designed by a leading orthopedic hand surgeon, Dr. Jim Kleinert.
Welcome everyone to this edition of the Bionic Gloves Hands-On Golf Podcast. My name is Chaz Rao. I'm your host, and I'm coming to you from the Hilrich & Bradsby's main office in downtown Louisville, Kentucky, where Bionic Gloves is located. Now in this edition, we're going to be speaking about the Bionic Glove and what makes it so unique, special, and different. So we're going to go out and speak to a PGA Pro, we're going to go to the PGA demo show, and we're going to speak to the creator himself, Dr. Jim Kleinert and John Ballback from Bionic Gloves. So, everyone, sit back, relax, put on your glove if you like, if you've got one, and we're going to find out what makes this glove so unique and special and different from everything else in the market.
A light grip is really the key to several parts of the golf game and golf swing. First of all, big power consideration. The lighter I hold it, the faster my hands, wrists, and forearms can swing the golf club. If I'm squeezing it really hard with some sort of a death grip, it's going to slow everything down, and you begin to lose control. If you liken it to how I would hold some sort of a writing instrument, I can write much better with a lighter type of grip. If I squeeze that thing with my hand, it's going to look vastly different. The same is very true with the golf club. The sensitivity with the golf club in your hands, crucial. The lighter you get, the better it gets.
Why were you looking at the glove after you hit the ball?
Because I felt a difference in the way the grip pressure. Felt more contact, felt more that I had more distance with it. This one has the pads in it, which you can see, and it eliminates so much pressure on the club, and you can get some more club head speed, which other gloves you cannot do that.
It has a pretty solid feel to it. It really does. I think it adds solidness. Seems like it reduces the shock on your hand.
You can't grip it hard, so try it. You'll like it. That's amazing. It is.
So you're a believer?
Oh yeah, I'm a believer. I think it's a great product. Rich, we gotta buy them.
All right, we've got Dr. Jim here, the creator of the Bionic Glove, as well as John Ballback. Now, I'm going to ask you all a very simple question. What makes the Bionic Glove so different?
Well, Chaz, when I used a conventional glove, I felt like that I gripped the golf club too tight. And when I did that, my muscles were tense, and it didn't allow me to follow through on this shot, and I felt like I lost distance. But since I've been using the Bionic Glove, I can now grip the golf club lighter, and when I do, I accelerate through the shot. I seem to be maximizing my distance, and I feel like I have better control for more accurate shots. Jim, can you explain to me why that's happening?
Well, sure. Our hand really is a series of peaks and valleys, our peaks being the joints and our valleys in between, and the Anatomical Pad System in the Bionic Glove actually fills those valleys, and the floor of the valley is actually flat. But your club is round, so you really end up with point contact. By filling the valleys, you have more surface contact, which is going to encourage you to have a lighter grip. And ultimately, if you have more surface contact, you should have more control. We actually did a test at the PGA show, the golf show this spring, and we looked at golfers with and without a glove, and we found in the Bionic Glove they actually improved their ability to resist twisting 21%, which is amazing when you think about the amount of that 1/3 of 1% separates the winner from the next person in the game of golf in a major tournament. So a 21% improvement in performance is a very significant, and we relate that, at least in part, of course, to the pad system in the glove.
Terrific. Jim, one of the other things I noticed, when around the golf, I grip and re-grip the golf club for every shot. So if I shoot an 80, I might grip the golf club 100 or 120 times throughout that round. What I've noticed with the Bionic Glove, it seems to be easier to do that gripping and re-gripping, and I don't feel like my hand is working quite as hard. So Can you tell me why that is and what's going on in the open and closing
Sure,
of my hand?
that's a very good question. There's actually two reasons, John, why that is. On the back of the glove you see motion zones, and they're actually placed where, just like if you think of the skin on your fingers is wrinkled and loose over your joints, but it's not loose over between the joints, and our glove mimics that natural design of your hand, so the glove on the back of your hand becomes truly like a second skin. The other thing that really makes the Bionic Glove really quite unique, however, is also the shape of the fingers of the glove. Historically, gloves the fingers are cut straight, but everything we do in golf is our fingers are in flexion.
Right.
And when you go into flexion, your fingers actually don't just flex, but they turn. And so what we do is we've actually pre-turned the leather, what we call pre-rotated, so the leather naturally follows the flexion of your hand as you're gripping your club. That combination of those two features, the motion zones and the pre-rotation of the leather, allows the glove to work easier with your hand, and ultimately folks have told us they actually can tell the difference in the amount of fatigue in their hand.
Yeah, I noticed that I played 3 days in a row last weekend, and it seemed like after those 3 rounds of golf my hand wasn't as tired, so I guess it's reducing the hand fatigue and stress throughout the round by this easy open and closure.
That's great.
Jim, in addition to the 2 benefits of distance and control with the pads, I noticed a couple other things about the pads. On the inside of the glove, which is one of the layers of the pad, I noticed black terry cloth, which I assume is there for moisture control. But in addition to that, most golfers that I see, including myself, tend to wear the glove out back in this area. Can you explain why I'm getting like 2 to 3 times more wear out of my Bionic Glove? And actually, some other players I've talked to have said as much as 3, 4, even 5 times more wear out of their Bionic Glove compared to the leather glove they were wearing before.
I think it's a very good question. And remember we talked about the peaks and the valleys. Well, you actually have a peak back on your hand near your wrist, and that peak is the hook of the hamate. And we fill that valley with the pad system, which tends, instead of your club wanting to bump into the peaks, it tends to want to ride over more, and so there'll be less wear there. And I think that's helpful. It's even true for the other areas of your hand as well because of the other peaks. The other thing, just as a caveat, we tend to, if you wear a glove that's too snug, the glove will actually wear out prematurely as well. So don't wear a too snug a glove just for wear characteristics. Okay. The other comment, your first question, I'll go in backwards, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
The terry cloth in the glove is, if you think about getting out of a shower, you use terry cloth to dry out. Well, what a wonderful way to make the inner layer of the Bionic pad system be terry cloth. The 12 miniature towels really helps moisture control, but it does it in such a way that it's not restrictive. In other words, it's part of the pad system, so it allows that full flexibility in your hand, but to give you that extra benefit of controlling the natural moisture that you have in your palm anyway.
Terrific. So Jim, the Bionic golf glove has been terrific for me, but I also noticed that it has been awarded the Ease of Use Commendation by the National Arthritis Foundation. Can you shed some light on that for me?
Sure, John. Actually, that's an independent study done by the Arthritis Foundation at a major university. And what they do is they actually have folks with hand conditions wear the gloves and actually test their performance in the gloves. And all the folks had their hands felt better, and they actually showed improved performance as well. And another independent study done by PGA Tour partners, actually their approval rating was 96%. As a team, we were really excited about that because it's sort of saying, wow, this glove is allowing folks to play golf more often, or to play more often and more holes potentially, but also playing with more comfort and hopefully improving their quality of life on the course.
Thanks, Jim. That's terrific. And Chaz, did we answer all the questions you were looking for today and why the Bionic golf glove is special?
Absolutely. You answered everything I wanted to know about this glove and what makes it so unique and can help my golf game, and I will have that comfort and joy as I play around the golf. So gentlemen, thanks for your time, and I will see you on the course real soon.
Thanks, Chaz. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, John.